Okay, here joining us is Austin, he of the Filmsuit fame.
Hello.
And we just got out of Expendables 2 on our little mandate. And we tried to get this to be a manly macho event. We tried to get as many guys as possible to just like testosterone out. Testosterone Thursday is what I was calling it, but I didn't want to broadcast it. Oh, god damn it! Someone's texting me. It's real professional, right? Keeping your phones on during.
I didn't hear back from any of you, so I'm disappointed.
I had to work hard at it. I think what I'm going to do now is when I try to do stuff like this is I'm going to text people. If I don't get a response, I'm going to call them. If I don't call, I still don't hear anything back, I'm going to start going to their goddamn houses.
That's taking it too far, man.
No,
You'll come off as evasive.
No, because they're the ones evading me because they're just not. If there's a legit reason, I'll apologize. If there's a legitimate reason for all of it, but if you're just sitting at home like not responding, and I end up going to your house and finding out, I caught you red-handed. Anyway, let's talk about Expendables 2.
Yeah, okay.
You guys missed out. You all missed out big time because this was honestly like, I think you said it best when we were leaving. What is it you said? Go ahead.
I said that it was definitely better, an improvement over the first one.
Oh yeah.
And definitely, what's key to it is like a lot of what the critics said and a lot of the fans said. What makes it better is the movie does not take itself seriously at any means.
Yeah.
Like, it is just 100% fun. It does not try to get overly serious with all these subplots about drug abuse and unhappy relationships. Actually,
and torturous pasts. And,
yeah.
It's like, no, fuck that drama shit. Just give me my star-studded action, please. Loud and violent. And it does that from beginning to fucking end.
Yeah.
It does not stop.
It does. It really doesn't. Like
they turned a guy into soup.
Yeah, that scene, like, they do a group kill. Like, I hadn't seen a kill like that since RoboCop when 209 blew a guy away in the conference room.
That's exactly what it was. It was just like 5-6 guys all with guns and just unloading on this one poor guy. It was a lot of fun. It was one of the most fun I've had so far. I have to think about, like, I don't know if I want to put it on like number one most fun I've had this year. I might have to think about that a little harder.
I still think the Avengers.
It's in the top 5 for sure. Yeah, Avengers was a lot of fun too. But this was like unbridled, like put the kids to bed kind of thing. And through the whole thing, I'm just like, it's not the kind of movie where like you turn your brain off and all that kind of thing, but. I mean, there were moments throughout it where, like, my normal critic brain would be like, I should pick on that because that was bad, or, like, that doesn't make sense. But you're having so much fucking fun that you're just like, I can't, like, this is what I signed up for.
Yeah, like, honestly, and one thing I kept noticing throughout the movie, during every big action scene, everything worked according to plan for them. Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, the helicopter comes, we'll take it out. Then a motorcycle shows up, and they launch a motorcycle in the sky. Where the hell did they get that motorcycle from?
Where did the motorcycle come from? Why was it flying? Like, why didn't it just fall off the fucking building like it should have?
They went all Die Hard with it.
Yeah, and like the thing when they're like flying on the ropes or whatever.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna like fall down to something, but no, they fly like through the forest, like the House of Flying Daggers or something like that. I'm just like, how are they being propelled through this? I don't understand. But I was just like, again, it's you sign up for it. You're signing up for it's a throwback to like the golden age of action movies for sure.
Oh.
All those like what's that one Schwarzenegger movie with the little kid? And the kid, he has like a ticket that takes him into the movie.
Last Action Hero.
It's very much all those cliches. All those action movie cliches are flaunted like up front. They're not shy about it at all. Which was honestly, like you said, it was an improvement.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that were just so ridiculously over the top and fun. Like, for example, funnest moment in the movie. You're gonna put spoiler alert on this, right? Or is this movie even?
Maybe not.
Screw it. You guys know what you're signing up for.
Yeah, to a certain degree. I'll let you use your judgments for it.
But no, that's fine. They know what they're signing up for. So anyway, Chuck Norris's entrance, one of the most ridiculously fun entrances I've seen in any movie. Like
the music and the strutting and the oh god damn.
And the fact that they bring in a Chuck Norris joke.
Chuck Norris makes a Chuck Norris joke.
Yes.
The universe should have just fucking imploded right then and there. How we walked out of there alive, or with that, I'm amazed we didn't just like shit ourselves right then and there. Not because we're like scared or happy or laughing, but just our bowels void because of the sheer like awesomeness of that.
That reminds me, I need to change my pants when I get inside.
Okay, well, one of us there's like so there's a 50% chance that you might crap yourself.
Yeah. When
Norris makes a Chuck Norris joke, we just found this out. There's a 50-50 chance.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on.
Segue. Anyway,
Yeah, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis.
Oh, God damn.
They finally extend their appearances compared to the first movie, where they're only in the movie for like a minute. They show up in number 2, and they show up for a majority of the end and here and there in the first act or so.
Yeah. I really feel it. Really, honestly, feels like they took a lot of the criticism from the first movie really well.
Yeah,
they really sat down. Like, I'm not gonna compare to Nolan in terms of quality, but I mean, Christopher Nolan takes criticism from people and he learns and he grows. And I feel like with this, they took the criticism, they learned, they grew. They weren't that serious with it. They knew how people felt manipulated and tricked.
Yeah.
By the seeing Willis and Schwarzenegger in the trailer for the first movie, and they figured, oh man, it'd be awesome to see them, and then nothing happened. So they took the criticism of let's actually include that. However, I have very few qualms with this movie, but one qualm would be that like I still feel tricked by the trailer.
Really?
Do you know where I'm going with this? The trailer, it does a rundown of all the people you can expect to see in this movie. Jet Li is among that list.
Oh, yeah.
He is literally ejected out of the movie about 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Literally, he just jumps out of the movie.
I expected him actually to come back in the end miraculously, along with Norris and Schwarzenegger and Willis and Jet Li.
It wouldn't have made any sense, but fuck, at that point, like, everyone just started showing up like, yeah, I'm here too. And I figured, like, okay, well, Jet Li's next, right? Right?
Yeah, like, I honestly almost forgot that he was in the movie until I saw the picture of him in the end credits when we were walking out.
Yeah, I did too. I completely forgot that Jet Li was ever in this movie. So so I do still feel a little deceived, or like a little. I mean, I guess they didn't lie. Jet Li was in the movie, but again, you expect him to be in the forefront, kicking some ass, and in the beginning, I'm like, oh man, he still got it.
Oh yeah, like that one scene, like there's one shot of him just taking out like 4 or 5 guys with frying pans, just hitting them left and right,
which felt like a Jackie Chan thing, but whatever.
Yeah. And it was impressive. It's like, oh my gosh.
He still got it.
Yeah.
They all still have it. These guys, like, I know, here's the running joke. Everyone knows it, and it's very meta about the fact that these guys are a little bit, not past their prime, but they are getting a little bit older. And the movie is very aware of that, but they all still kick all kinds of ass. Van Damme's kick, like, I'm not a huge Jean-Claude fan. Let's try that again. Jean-Claude fan, but goddamn, that kick still, like, I felt it. He still got it.
Yeah, my jaw dropped at that. Like, he honestly, and the fact that we see him play a bad guy is just that.
That too.
Yeah.
You very rarely see him playing as a bad guy.
Yeah, and when he did, like, I can't remember them. Oh yeah, there's one crappy straight-to-DVD movie he did where he played a serial killer. I did hear about that.
Yeah,
and,
I did hear about that.
That was okay, but like, he's actually more of like the stereotypical action movie bad guy, but he rolls with it. He has so much fun with it.
He reminded me a lot of Wesker without the superpowers.
Yeah, because of the sunglasses, and the jacket.
But he actually looked the part, not like the Hugo Weaving wannabe that's actually in the Resident Evil movies.
Yeah.
What was another thing I was going to say about? I feel like the car is shaking sometimes, but nothing's happening. But what was
Earthquake.
Secret earthquake. There was a lot of controversy before this actually came out about that it was going to be PG-13. How the hell would they have edited this down to be a PG-13?
Yeah, like the opening scene, you see people getting their heads blown off and getting
Like
blown
a
to
fucking
pieces.
Time Crisis game or something.
Yeah, it was like watching the climax of the last Rambo movie all over again.
Yeah, I honestly, because Chuck Norris, I guess, was pushing for it to be a PG-13.
Yeah.
Right? But he's just an actor. Like, no offense, but in this, he is just an actor. In the past, actors bitch and moan and get their way sometimes, but they just weren't having it this time. They were really dead set on making this like a balls to the wall summer action flick.
Yeah, and speaking of actors getting their way, I was surprised that Stallone rolled with the changes because he has a reputation of being an ass and not taking anyone's considerations to heart, and that's what's resulted some of his movies sucking, like Judge Dredd, some of the Rocky sequels.
A couple.
Yeah, and man, come on, 4 was fun.
4 was fun.
Yeah, but he's really shown he's grown up quite a bit because this movie improved drastically over the first one.
Yeah, I'm glad that he did, because otherwise we would not have as much fun.
Yeah.
I did miss a couple of people from the first one, like Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
A couple of people. It is a considerable. It's not that it's a smaller cast. Well, for the most part, it's a smaller cast. I'm not even spoiling it when I say the kid dies, because as soon as he was like, I think I want to go home.
Oh yeah, that's a giveaway.
I think I want to go
there.
home, start a new life with my girlfriend. I'm like, well, you're fucking gone. You are dead as oh god.
Yeah, that's the one cliche
Dead
that
like Ledger.
that you see is coming. Dude.
Dead like Ledger. That's what you are. As soon as you say that, you're gone.
Yeah. like as soon as you say that, as soon as you write a letter to your girlfriend, your history.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that, like you said, now thinking about it, I didn't catch on to that. It's like, yeah.
As soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh, they're trying to make him likable. He's gone. And then that whole backstory in the plane, I'm like, we get it. We like him already. Now you're going to take him away from us.
Yeah.
So that whole next scene, I was like, oh, God, you're going to kill him. I know it already. Just do it.
Yeah.
Do it, please.
At the
Thank
same
you.
I mean, and I liked the kid. I thought he did an okay job.
Definitely.
I mean, it kind of annoyed me at first how he kept referring to Sylvester Stallone as Sir, but after a while I kind of realized, okay, you're a soldier and you have high respect for him. It was kind of like the mentor protege relationship.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
So I didn't.
I caught
feel
that
so
too.
Annoyed.
Though. I caught that too. What else could you say about this fucking thing?
Yeah, and then well, I heard you say enough. So there's so there's the climax, right? There's the scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis are hauled up by a car. Arnold uses his catchphrase, "I'll be back." Bruce responds with, "No, I'll be back. You've been back enough." And then Arnold responds, "Yippee-ki-yay."
Yippee-ki-yay.
Then Chuck Norris shows up, and then Arnie's response is, "Who's next, Rambo?"
Who's next, Rambo? I'm like, oh my god, enough.
Yeah, so
we get it.
They were kind of pushing the boundaries a bit with all the inside references to.
They could not have been winking at the audience any harder.
Yeah.
With that scene, I'm not saying it was bad. Like, I'm not trying to nitpick it, but I defy you to sit through that scene and not either roll your eyes or smack your face or just be like, okay.
Yeah.
We get it. This is awesome. Just keep shooting things. Jason Statham needs to do more action, martial artsy, kung fu type stuff. Because, good God.
His fighting in that movie.
His priest fight scene was pretty fantastic.
And also, another person I was surprised with who knows how to fight, Terry Crews. My gosh. I mean, I had fun.
Got down and dirty in there, too.
Yeah, I had fun watching him taking everyone out with his automatic shotgun, but... Yeah, it was honestly cool to see him fist fight.
Yeah, it made me kind of bummed out that his majority of the first movie was just shooting. I was kind of like, man, to think all that time I could have seen him getting physical.
Yeah.
Physical.
Yeah, physical. Yeah, and yeah, when he takes that one guy off the ground, just throws him right into a wall.
Picks him up and chucks him into the fucking wall.
Yeah, that's like...
Oh, God.
My gosh, you should have your own movie.
And there's a girl in the movie, so you ladies can see Expendables 2. Expendables 2 also. God, I walked right into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm kind of burned out. There's not a whole lot else. There's not like a whole lot of intricate plot details to talk about. There's no like character stuff to really debate. It's pretty much just exactly what you expect it to be. I will say that if you are one of the ones that complained about the seriousness and kind of the long drawn out dialogue-y parts in the first one, maybe give this one a shot, because honestly it does away with a lot of that stuff. The longest talk scene I think is like maybe 2 minutes tops, and then they're right back to joking around and blowing things up and fooing. It was like
because I remember 2 years ago the Expendables and Grown Ups came out around the same time, and everyone hated Grown Ups because they were just joking with each other. There was no plot, and everyone hated the Expendables, well, because of all the reasons we said. But this one's like the two combined, but it's actually good and tolerable to watch.
Yeah, it's like somehow two bad movies came together and had a love child, and it became the Expendables 2, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Going off of your analogy there. I recommend this. This is a lot of goddamn fun.
Yeah, honestly, and like I definitely recommend this. I'm going to give it a 3. I don't know if I should give it a 3.5 or a 4 out of 5. I'm conflicted. I mean, either way, it's honorable mention. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Either way, that's. I'm not too familiar with your scoring system, but I'm assuming that that's a recommendation.
Oh yeah, like it's pretty much the Netflix rating system. Like
gotcha.
Like 4 is really like 5 is love.
Gotcha. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know what have you got scheduled next for review? Do you know yet, or?
Let's see.
It's a good time to whore yourself out.
Yes. Okay. Right. Sunday, Premium Rush. Yes. The new Joseph Gordon-Levitt bicycle movie.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt rides a bike.
Yeah, and some people are calling it a hipster version of The Transporter.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
And then that, and
it's obviously a remake of The Transporter.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. Correct me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that and Lawless. Get to see whether or not Shia LaBeouf has acting capabilities for a hardcore gangster movie.
And he said he's done with blockbusters after, so this could very well be the last time we see him up in like a big mainstream type flick. So I'm curious as well.
Yeah.
I've got Paranorman, and then I'm gonna try and play catch up with some of the other stuff that's coming out. But I am gonna be checking into Premium Rush also. But I'm playing catch up with things that I really don't want to see, things that I've been kind of just putting off, like Step Up and
Ted.
I actually do want to see Ted. This is kind of my last chance, and I got a free movie ticket tonight. Thank you, Regal. So I'll probably use it on Step Up, because I feel kind of because I feel like when I use a free movie ticket, it's a chance to see a movie and not endorse it.
That makes sense.
So if it turns out to be really shitty, and people be like, "Well, why'd you pay for it?" I'm like, fuck you, I didn't pay for nothing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I mean, I enjoyed Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, but I was kind of glad I used my free ticket on that when I got it instead of paying.
Should have used my free ticket on
the
that.
$11.
Should have used my free ticket on that.
And you used it on Savages.
Yeah.
And I ended up paying actual money for it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't endorse that. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. It's Caleb signing off. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Yes, thank you for having me, sir.
Awkward handshake.